Today we're going to be learning about multiplying decimals. Multiply as if integers, add the decimal places, and match with the result. So multiplying decimals is just like multiplying any two numbers together. So I'll show you how this works by jumping straight into our first example. So we have 4.3 times 3.8. Now it says multiply as if integers. So what does this mean? It basically means that multiply the numbers and disregard the decimal points. So if we ignore the decimal point for 4.3 and we ignore the decimal point for 3.8, we're basically solving the equation 43 times 38. This might be a little bit confusing at first, but this will make sense a little bit later. So 8 times 3 is 24. So the 2 gets added to the 4. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 2 is 34. 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 4 is 12. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 3. Add the 1. We get 6 and 1. So this is the number we get. Now we move on to the next step, where we add the decimal places and match with the result. In order to do this, we count how many digits are after the decimal point on both numbers. So in the first number here, we have one number after the decimal point. And in the second number, we also have one number after the decimal point. So what this means is that 1 plus 1, which is 2. So our answer will have two numbers after the decimal point. So let's take the decimal point and just place it here. Then we would have 1, 2 numbers after the decimal point. So it would go in between the 6 and the 3. So our final answer would be 16.34. Let's try the next problem. So again, we disregard the decimal points on both numbers and we multiply. Now negative 0.7, since the decimal point is removed, it's just negative 7. Here it is multiplied out, 164,339. Now let's add the decimal places. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And so our decimal point, if we start it at the very right hand side of the whole number, we'd move it 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember that the 7 is negative. So our number is going to be negative. So it's going to be negative 16.4339. And finally, we have 0.445 times 0.0077. Let's ignore the decimal points again. And of course, we ignore the zeros as well. So we have 445 times 77. I'm just going to use a calculator for this one because it's a little bit tedious. So you're going to get 34,265. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we take the decimal point again and move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then it would be over here. And we have to fill in the missing place values with 0. So our answer would be 0.00342665.